Hi everyone, my name is Abuti Rams and you are watching Abuti Rams Live. And in this show or in this TV program, what we do is to meet up with a lot of young people, a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of business leaders who are doing amazing work within the entrepreneurship and the business space, where we get to learn about sales, we get to learn about marketing, we get to learn about a lot of things that are actually helping us to become better entrepreneurs. And today is no different, and we have a guest who's going to be sharing some knowledge with us about entrepreneurship and what are some of the things that we need to do in this new age of entrepreneurs. I have somebody who's very invested in entrepreneurship, who has taught also around the world to learn about entrepreneurship and also take those lessons and impart them into the different countries that he has been in. We have Richard Shokane, and I want you guys to listen to him. Let's share some knowledge as well in the next few minutes that we're going to be sitting down with him. So Richard Shokane, thank you so much for having being part of this experience called Abuti Rams Live.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having me, man.
All right, cool. But a lot of people might say that, who is this guy? I mean, we've seen him somewhere on social media. We've seen him, talking about, the millionaires, But who is this guy? But they want to know. Maybe briefly in just 1 minute, yeah?
Well, Rich Shokane is an author, a professional speaker as well, and he's a mentor. I think in a nutshell, sure, that's how I can describe Rich Shokane. But he's a sort of a crazy entrepreneur. That's what a lot of people call him. Yeah.
What does crazy mean, though?
Crazy entrepreneur in a sense that I don't fall in the misnomer. Sure. That a lot of entrepreneurs find themselves in. A lot of entrepreneurs would say, "I just want to get enough," and I think that's a misnomer that they always tell themselves. And once you start to say that, "I just want to get enough," for me, you are selfish. Because if just enough means just for you, your family, your kids. So when I talk to entrepreneurs, I'm talking to people who really want to impact the world and feed the world. People who want to give more to the world. I'm talking to people like Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos. I'm talking about big guys like Vusi perhaps. I would say. Yeah. I think he's a voice that Africa should be listening to right now. But he's not a guy who's thinking just enough for myself. He wants it big. In actual fact, he wants it all, and these are the kind of people that I talk to. Yeah.
Interesting. In your journey as an entrepreneur, what are some of the things that you have discovered that are pretty essential for any startup entrepreneur? Somebody who just says, "I just want to become an entrepreneur, just like that they reach, but what can I do?"
To be frank, Abuti Rams, a lot of entrepreneurs, you'll hear them now and then saying that they hate sales. In actual fact, an entrepreneur would rather call himself a CEO.
Goodness.
Or the president, or whatever it is. But they wouldn't call themselves a salesman.
Yeah, sure.
Of which I think each and every entrepreneur is a salesperson.
Sure.
Okay, if you have a business, if you want to grow your business, you must learn sales.
Sure.
And perhaps to others, it doesn't come naturally. It's something that you have to learn. But it's the heart of each and every business. Sales is another word for revenue.
Oh, okay.
In each and every income statement, at the top of each and every income statement is what?
Revenue.
Is revenue. And that's where does revenue come from? It comes from
sales.
Comes from sales. But you find a lot of people running away from that. A lot of entrepreneurs, they say, selling is not my thing. I don't like selling. I hate convincing people. And then you're out. If you don't know how to sell, if you don't know how to convince people, if you don't want to sell your product, it means you don't believe in it. I mean, you hear big stars, especially artists, saying that I'm big now. I don't have to go out there and sell. Look, if you have good music, or perhaps you have a good book that you believe that this content has to go out,
sure,
you need to find a way to sell it. Okay? Because a lot of big guys, they die with these big dreams in them. They die with this message that's supposed to go out there to the people. Why? Because they don't know how to sell it.
Sure.
So I think it's important for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
In any stage of their entrepreneurial journey, to learn how to sell, perhaps to also learn how to speak.
Okay.
You hear people saying, "I'm an introvert. I don't know how to." So if you are an introvert, again, you're being selfish. Because when you say you're an introvert, you are basically thinking about yourself, that I'm an introvert and other people are not. Of which you find a whole lot of people. Warren Buffett.
Yeah, sure.
He's also an introvert. But one thing that he had to do was to learn how to speak and sell. And you see where he is right now in his entrepreneurial journey.
That's interesting. And if you were to then say, look, I've just established myself as an entrepreneur, and I'm looking for those crazy new ways of doing business, and actually to tap into the new markets. And in our offline conversation, when we were talking about breaking the ceiling in terms of the way we do things, the way we do, and, opposed to the traditional way we're doing business, things are changing. Things are changing and whatnot. What are some of these new ways that entrepreneurs can do and that can better their service offerings actually?
I think the first thing that an entrepreneur has to do is obviously learn how to sell, but the other major thing is to get attention.
Okay.
People have to know you. You hear people saying that people will only buy from you if they like you. And that's not always true. Okay. People buy from people that they know. If they know you, if they know your product, they trust your product, and they'll buy from you. So it's very important to try and get attention. Sure. And there are a whole lot of things that can help us to get out there. We've got your Twitter, we've got your Instagram, we've got your Facebook. I was making a joke yesterday saying that if Jesus was here today, he would be on Twitter. That guy would
having so many followers, eh?
He'll be having millions of followers, because that could be the easiest way for him now to
reach out to people.
You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And maybe he would need a private jet as well. and you can't get a private jet if you're thinking small.
Interesting.
If you're thinking that all I need is just enough, I just need to make $1 million and that's it, I want to be comfortable. Look, for you to be comfortable, you must be rich. There's no such thing as I just want to be comfortable. For you to be comfortable, you must be rich. So I do believe that entrepreneurs should go out there, get attention, and they must keep on knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking. They must never be comfortable.
Sure.
The other thing is comfort zone. Entrepreneurs, they like being comfortable. They like doing things that that they're used to, that they know.
Okay.
You hear a lot of speakers out there, and hence I'm saying I'm a crazy speaker. I'm a crazy entrepreneur. A lot of speakers there, they'll advise people to do what they love. Look, Abuti Rams, if people had to do what they loved to succeed, we wouldn't be having soldiers. Wouldn't be having cleaners, people who are saving us.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? So it's for me, it's not about doing what you love. Of course, at the end of the day, I mean, look at Warren Buffett right now. He's doing what he's enjoying, what he loves, saving Africa with medical staff. But you see, this is how success is. Where you are right now with your dreams, and to where you want to go, there's a gap. There's an empty gap. And in between this empty gap, there's a lot of things that you're supposed to do. Okay. And most of them, I can guarantee you, are things you don't love. Are things you don't perhaps you don't like doing. One of them could be sales. Sure. One of them could be talking to that guy that you don't like. One of them could be, making that cold call. There are a whole lot of things that entrepreneurs should get their hands dirty on, but they don't like doing it. And that's the reason why they stay small and they die small.
Coming from a country where we have about 60 million, the recent stat states that 60 million unemployment rate, and we have massive job cuts in the retail sector as well.
And it's still going to happen.
Not only in the retail sector, but I mean in the media sector, and in just a lot of the sectors that are getting a pinch from this. People are being unemployed, are getting unemployed, you know, not employed, but unemployed every single day. And we are seeing also on the other side a rise of entrepreneurship from the townships as well. A lot of young people are, you know, trying things out to become entrepreneurs and really break through the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I want to pick your brain on what you think can be the best solution to unemployment in this country.
Well, the fact is, entrepreneurs are the only people who are going to save this economy, as it is right now. Politicians don't build the economies; entrepreneurs do. If you look at Jeff Bezos, wherever he goes, the states, they want him to come to that particular state because they know wherever he goes, he's going to create employment.
Interesting.
I mean, big businesses are closing down. If you look at Edgar's.
Sure.
I don't know if I should mention the name of his store, but it's happening.
It's okay. The red store.
Everybody saw it happening.
Sure.
In Rosebank.
Dion.
It's closed.
Sure.
If you look at what's going on with Standard Bank, a lot of people lost their jobs. So who's going to tap into that space and create employment? These are entrepreneurs,
okay.
Who are coming up with good products that are going to serve people, that are coming up with products that are going to help a lot of people. So yes, we do need entrepreneurs, whether they come from Soweto, whether they come from Deep Sloot. We don't care, as long as they come in with the right mindset, as long as they dream big.
Sure.
Their dreams are not just about saving themselves, but saving the world.
Sure.
I believe if your dream is big enough as an entrepreneur,
sure,
you're going to succeed. The other thing that is keeping entrepreneurs small and they don't get to break through the ceiling or whatever it is, because they dream small.
Okay.
You know, if your dream is to make 1,000 or 80,000, I mean, that's very small. And if you fail to make 80,000, then where do we go from there? But if your dream is to make 1 billion, sure, I can assure you that even if you don't succeed, at least you'll be a millionaire. And also we must be careful of who we get advice from. Who we get advice from. You know, we often hear people saying money won't make you happy. Well, the fact is, I mean, they say money won't buy happiness. That's what they like saying. Who said there's a shop that sells happiness? But the other thing is, I mean, if money can't buy happiness, but it can buy you a house at least.
And the house makes you happy.
House, you know, you are safe.
Sure.
It can buy you that car that you've always wanted.
Sure.
You know, we get advice from a parent saying, don't share, just keep it to yourself. Don't tell people. You'll be, you know, they'll take your dream or they'll do whatever. It's very important to share and talk to people and tell people what you want. You know, we were taught to always play small and think small in our communities. You know, just get enough, just get what's okay for you, and leave the rest for others. Of which, if you grow big, I mean, let's say for instance, if you had 1 billion right now, what would you do with 1 billion? And you can just imagine how many people you would help.
Sure.
With 1 billion, you will help a lot of people.
Definitely.
So when you're thinking big, you're not only thinking to help to grow your business, but to also help a lot of people who will be in your space.
Yes.
You know, they'll get a lot of benefit from you thinking big. As an
Definitely.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're watching this platform and watching the show now, this episode with Richard Shokane, I want you also to subscribe to this channel, and on the button that says subscribe, the red one, and also like and share on your social media platforms, because we want to spread this news, this good news, this gospel to a whole lot of people. And I think we are learning a lot from these leaders in our continent, and I think it's the right space right now to contribute towards this conversation around business and actually how to grow and how to create entrepreneurs who are going to come up with solutions for the unemployment that we have within this continent. And right now, we want to also learn more about his journey as an entrepreneur as well. And Dr. Shokane, we're still in conversation with you, and we were talking about this unemployment and how to actually go about eradicating it and growing the entrepreneurship space as well. Before we could even speak about the new age, because I think I want to tap into that as well.
Okay.
But what have you seen as the biggest problem in terms of the ecosystem in South Africa in terms of supporting entrepreneurs in the country?
It starts from our education system. I don't want to be on the bedside with Mr. Lesufi. I love him so much.
We love you.
I love him.
Sure.
But I just want to say that, if we can, in school, they never teach you anything about money. We go to school, I'm going to just make a practical example. A grade 12 learner right now, sitting at home, can't even make 50 rand for himself.
Just a mere 50 rand.
What does it say about the content that he has in his mind? It tells me that he's got the wrong content. He's got the wrong formulas, or the math that he did in high school or wherever. The accounting. The accounting teacher who doesn't perhaps know how to run a business. So the content that we're getting from our education system is not helping us. Perhaps we should come up with ways in which we modernize education.
Okay.
And perhaps we bring some entrepreneurial aspect in education and teach our people about money.
Sure.
I don't know, maybe it's just me, Abuti Rams. We don't like talking about money, black people. Money is taboo.
Yeah, it's a sensitive issue in our families as well.
It's important that we talk about it, because if we don't address the elephant in the
room, sure.
And then it's always going to be that mystery. We were taught not to tell people how much we're earning.
Why?
We know we know the net worth of Warren Buffett. We know net worth of big guys.
Sure.
We know how much soccer players are earning. We know how much these guys are earning. So why can't we talk about? You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I think it comes from the education system. If we can break it down from that angle, perhaps moving forward, I suppose we can grow. It's easy to blame people, to say people are lazy. It's easy to say people don't want to do this and this and this and this, but forgetting. It can't always be people.
Sure.
If you look at it in this way, that majority of our people are poor. Why? You'll hear these things like money doesn't grow on trees. Or else the very same paper is made.
It comes from trees.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
You must save money, and that's what the media is teaching our people lately.
Sure.
The only reason you want to save money is because you don't know what to do with it. The only reason why you want to take that paper and put it in the bank, the very same paper that is losing value. I'm sure if you watch the news, towards the end of the news, they talk about the rand versus the dollar. It always fluctuates.
Sure.
So why would you want to save something that loses value over time?
Interesting.
And I think the only reason why people would want to save money is because they don't know what to do with it. They don't know where to invest it, what kind of businesses to start. But who do you blame? Do you blame them? I would blame the education system. I would blame the fact that they were never taught anything about money. People are clueless. They don't know what to do with money. And hence perhaps the new age millionaires. So we believe that the old ways won't open new doors.
Sure.
And we are constantly researching, finding out ways of making money in this economy. There are three things that entrepreneurs should master.
Okay.
The first one they should be able to get money. That's number one.
Sure.
The second one, they should be able to keep it. Okay?
Sure.
By keeping it, I'm not saying you should save it.
Okay.
Because what happens most cases, people get money and it goes away. That's it. So you must be able to keep it. And after keeping it, you must be able to multiply it.
Sure.
And if you can master these three things, I promise you, you'll be successful in whatever you're doing, in whatever field of entrepreneurship you are in.
Sure. If people are speaking about, you're talking about money, being a commodity that is now fading away, actually, the paper money. And I think in our offline conversation we're speaking about the cryptocurrency. These are some of the new ways of transacting and using money in a different way. I mean, we have what the likes of your bitcoins, you have the likes of your lunos that are now making the rounds and whatnot. What are these new ways within the new age millionaires that you guys have discovered that you would want to share, unless there are trade secrets as well?
Well, no, we don't keep any secrets in our company.
Sure.
The new ways of making money is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Man, there are a lot of opportunities. There are a whole lot of opportunities. In actual fact, there are more opportunities today.
Sure.
Than ever before. You've got your network marketing companies.
Yes, network marketing. Yeah.
Coming up.
Okay. Yeah, that makes huge.
But that make a lot of money. There's billions.
Of
money
within that, being
exchanged in network marketing, and it's easy to start.
Definitely.
It doesn't require a massive capital.
Yeah, sure.
But the problem is the knowledge, the content that people have. As soon as you introduce a network marketing business to somebody, they will tell you, number one, I don't like selling. And as soon as you say to me, Abuti Rams, as soon as you tell me that you don't like sales, I can assume that how much you have in your bank account. I can easily tell that you've got less than $1 million.
Sure.
because millionaires.
Sure.
Millionaires. For you to become a millionaire, you should be selling something. There are a whole lot of opportunities out there, Abuti Rams. I mean, even your crypto.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not very much into crypto, but that's an opportunity that's out there. All you need to do is to just learn.
Yeah.
In this economy that we're living in right now, Abuti Rams, it's about acquiring as much knowledge as possible and using that knowledge as fast as possible. So I would say speed is a new intelligence. Speed is a new intelligence. A lot of people, they come up with an idea and they stay on that idea for long. And you must know there's nothing new under the sun. As you are busy thinking about an idea, there's somebody who's thinking about it 50 times better than you. So it's better to come up with an idea and implement it as soon as possible. It doesn't have to be right. It doesn't. I mean, if you look, big guys, they're still trying to find out what the hell they're doing.
Yeah,
but they're making money in the process.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to be correct at that time, but you must just implement it and get it. You will learn as time goes on.
I love that thinking.
So a lot of people they reject opportunities coming to that.
True. I've seen.
And what our government is trying to do is trying to spoon feed our people and help and correct the past mistakes by giving people money. And that's not the right way as well. I mean, you give these guys money. What do?
And tomorrow they want more as well.
They want more. They
strike for more as well.
You get what I'm saying? And there's this misnomer of free, especially South Africans. They like free stuff.
Sure.
It has to be free. And for me, anything that's free is expensive.
Oof. Anything
that's expensive is free. And I think if you can live with that, you can go far. Because obviously there's somebody who's paying for that. Free education. What do you mean?
Paying for
what do you mean free education? Jails are free, we know that. But you are paying for that.
We fit the bill.
Yeah, you are paying for that. I'm paying for that.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? So there's nothing for free under the sun. So our people should take that out of their minds.
So as we're wrapping up, Shokane, what do we have in store from the new Age Millionaires in 2020? What are your plans? What are you excited about in 2020?
You know, we are building a unique speakers bureau.
Okay.
So we're trying to compile profile of these well-established speakers.
Okay, sure.
Celebrity.
Hope I'm invited.
You definitely be invited.
Sure, okay.
So your celebrity kind of speakers. Obviously, we will have to discuss the content that's supposed to be shared.
Okay.
Because we don't want you to share something that contradicts with our beliefs and our philosophy.
Oh yes, your ethics.
Because in the new Age Millionaires, we've got our own beliefs, we've got our own philosophy. We don't want somebody standing on stage and telling people to do what they love.
Sure.
Because I just don't think it's the right advice to give to anyone. Because you are lying to them, number one.
Interesting.
There's no one who got where they are now because of doing what they love. You have to do whatever it takes. Even if you are Usain Bolt, he loves running.
Sure.
But he has to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and break his own record. And breaking your own record is not easy. You have to exercise. You know, you have to work harder than the normal person.
Yeah.
And at times you don't like it.
Yes.
I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I hate it.
Yes.
But I have to do it. You get what I'm saying? So you must. I mean, speakers should stop telling people to do what they love, because that's not the truth.
Yes.
If you want to succeed, you must do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. Use what you can, where you are, what you have right now. But whatever you do, never give up and keep on pushing.
Oh, Nate Rich, thank you so much for being part of Abuti Rams Live.
Thank you very much, Abuti Rams.
And colleagues, I just want to, emphasize on what you were saying, that, do, what you can at that point in time. If there's an opportunity that comes your way, take advantage of it. Don't sleep on it. And I think we have seen, even in our social media, we try as much as we can to share some of the platforms, the new platforms and ways that you can use in order for you to generate income. Even if you can make 10 rand a day, that's so important, because you are learning on how to take that money and multiply. And I think some of the lessons that he shared earlier on will re-emphasize them on our social media platforms. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please subscribe, and also share this video with a lot of people, because there's some really heavily packed content in this video where we're learning about being an entrepreneur in South Africa and surviving and also breaking through the ceiling. So thank you so much, guys, and let's tune in to the next episode of Abuti Rams Live. Love you so much.